Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Troubleshooting PC Error Code 00, a comprehensive guide. Error Code 00 on a PC motherboard is a dreaded sight for anyone building or troubleshooting a computer. It essentially means the system is failing to initialize, and the power on self-test process is not even getting started. This makes it difficult to pinpoint the exact cause, as the system isn't providing much information. This guide provides a comprehensive overview of potential causes for Error Code 00, along with detailed troubleshooting steps, explanations, and code examples where applicable. We'll cover common issues, uncommon issues, and how to systematically approach the problem. Understanding the significance of Error Code 00. Pre-post failure Error 00 typically indicates a fundamental issue preventing the system from even beginning the post process. This suggests a problem with the core components necessary for initial startup. Motherboard dependency The meaning of error codes can vary slightly depending on the motherboard manufacturer and BIOS version. Refer to your motherboard manual for the most specific interpretation. However, code 00 is almost universally a bad sign. Lack of information The biggest challenge is the lack of diagnostic information. Unlike later error codes that might point to memory issues or GPU problems, code 00 provides very little to go on. This requires a systematic and patient approach. Common causes and troubleshooting steps. Here's a breakdown of potential causes, starting with the most common. 1. CPU problems likelihood This is one of the most frequent culprits. The CPU is essential for the post process to begin. Causes improper installation The CPU may not be properly seated in the socket, leading to poor contact. Bent pins pins on the CPU, or in the CPU socket on some motherboards, might be bent or damaged, preventing proper communication. CPU damage The CPU itself could be faulty or damaged. Incompatibility The CPU might not be compatible with the motherboard's BIOS version. This is more common with newer CPUs on older motherboards. Troubleshooting Visual inspection CPU socket Carefully examine the CPU socket on the motherboard. Look for any bent, broken, or misaligned pins. Use a magnifying glass for a closer look. Very carefully attempt to straighten any bent pins with a small, fine tool like a needle or small precision screwdriver. This is a delicate operation, and improper handling can cause further damage. CPU pins Inspect the CPU pins, if your CPU has them. Some CPUs have contacts instead. Look for any bent, broken, or missing pins. If any are bent, attempt to carefully straighten them. Thermal paste Ensure that there's no excessive thermal paste on the CPU socket or on the pins/contacts. If there is, carefully clean it with isopropyl alcohol, 90% or higher, and a lint-free cloth. Reseat the CPU Remove the CPU, inspect the socket and the CPU again, and then carefully reseat the CPU in the socket. Make sure it's properly aligned. There are usually markers on the CPU and socket. Apply even pressure when locking the CPU into place. Ensure the retention mechanism is properly secured. Check CPU compatibility Verify that your CPU is compatible with your motherboard. Consult the motherboard's manual or the manufacturer's website for a list of supported CPUs and the required BIOS version. Test with a known good CPU If possible, Try using a known working CPU that is compatible with your motherboard. This helps determine if the issue is with the CPU or the motherboard. This is the most reliable method, but often the hardest to implement. */update the BIOS. If possible, if you suspect a BIOS compatibility issue, you might be able to flash or update the BIOS. Some motherboards have a BIOS flashback feature that allows you to update the BIOS without a CPU installed. Refer to your motherboard manual. However, this carries risks, and you should only attempt it if you're comfortable with the process. It's also difficult if you've never gotten the system to post before. 2. Power Supply Unit, PSU, problems ****. Likelihood *** a faulty or inadequate PSU can prevent the system from starting. Causes ***. Insufficient power *** the PSU may not have enough wattage to power all the components, especially the CPU. PSU failure ** the PSU itself could be failing. Loose connections ** power cables might not be properly connected to the motherboard, CPU, or other components. Troubleshooting ** verify connections ** double check all power connections, including the 24-pin ATX connector, the 8-pin or 4+4-pin EPS CPU power connector, and any PCIe power connectors for your graphics card. Make sure they are firmly seated. Test with a known good PSU ** if possible, try using a known working PSU with sufficient wattage. This helps determine if the issue is with the PSU or another component. PSU tester * you can use a PSU tester to check the output voltages of the PSU. This can help identify if the PSU is providing the correct voltages. 3. Motherboard problems ***. Likelihood ** a faulty motherboard is a significant possibility, especially if other troubleshooting steps fail. Causes ***. Manufacturing defect ** the motherboard may have a defect from the factory. Physical damage ** the motherboard may have been damaged during installation or handling. Short circuit ** a short circuit on the motherboard can prevent it from starting. BIOS corruption ** the BIOS may be corrupted. Troubleshooting ** visual inspection * carefully inspect the motherboard for any signs of physical damage, such as broken components, burnt areas, or bent pins, especially around the CPU socket and RAM slots. Remove from case ** remove the motherboard from the case and place it on a non-conductive surface, like the motherboard box. This eliminates the possibility of a short circuit caused by contact with the case. Try booting the system with only the essential components, CPU, 1 stick of RAM, and PSU, connected. CMOS reset * clear the CMOS, complementary metal oxide semiconductor, memory. This resets the BIOS settings to their default values. You can do this by jumper * locate the CMOS jumper on the motherboard, refer to your motherboard manual. Move the jumper to the clear position for a few seconds, then move it back to the original position. Battery * remove the CMOS battery, a small coin cell battery, from the motherboard for a few minutes, then reinsert it. Make sure the system is unplugged from the wall before doing this. Test with a known good motherboard * if possible, try using a known working motherboard. This is the most definitive way to determine if the issue is with the motherboard. This is also often the hardest. 4. RAM problems ***. Likelihood * while less likely than CPU or PSU issues for error code 00, RAM can still be a cause. Causes * Improper installation. The RAM modules may not be properly seated in the slots. Incompatibility. The RAM modules may not be compatible with the motherboard. RAM damage. The RAM modules themselves could be faulty. Troubleshooting. Reseat RAM. Remove the RAM modules and reseat them in the slots. Ensure they click into place securely. Test with one stick of RAM. Try booting the system with only one stick of RAM installed. Try each stick individually in different RAM slots to rule out a faulty RAM module or RAM slot. Consult your motherboard manual for the correct slot to use when using a single RAM module. Check RAM compatibility. Verify that your RAM modules are compatible with your motherboard. Consult the motherboard's manual or the manufacturer's website for a list of supported RAM speeds, timings, and voltages. Test with known good RAM. If possible, try using known working RAM modules that are compatible with your motherboard. 5. Short circuits. Likelihood. Short circuits can occur in various places and often result in a no-post situation. Causes. Standoff issues. If the motherboard isn't properly mounted on standoffs, it could be shorting against the case. Loose screws / wires. Stray screws or wires can create shorts. Damaged components. Damage to any component can lead to a short. Troubleshooting. Inspect for foreign objects. Carefully inspect the entire system for any loose screws, wires, or other objects that could be causing a short. Motherboard outside the case. As mentioned earlier, removing the motherboard from the case and testing it on a non-conductive surface is crucial to rule out shorts against the case. Component removal. Disconnect all unnecessary components, drives, expansion cards, etc., and try booting with only the essential components: CPU, RAM, PSU, and motherboard. Add components back one by one to identify if a specific component is causing the short. 6. Other less common causes. Incorrectly connected front panel connectors. While less directly related to a 00 error, incorrect front panel connector connections, power button, reset button, etc., can sometimes cause startup issues that could resemble a code 00 if the power button isn't working properly. Double-check these connections against your motherboard manual. Damaged case power / reset buttons. Faulty power or reset buttons on the case can also prevent the system from starting. Try shorting the power switch pins on the motherboard directly. Refer to your motherboard manual to bypass the case power button. Use a screwdriver or a jumper wire to briefly connect the two pins that correspond to the power switch. BIOS corruption. As mentioned previously, BIOS corruption can be a rare but possible cause. Attempting a BIOS flashback, if your motherboard supports it, is the only option in many cases, but it's not always possible to do if the system won't post. Defective postcard. If you're using a postcard to diagnose the issue, the card itself could be defective. Try a different postcard or remove it entirely to see if that makes a difference. Systematic troubleshooting approach. Because error code 00 provides so little specific information, a methodical approach is essential. 1. Visual inspection. Thoroughly inspect all components for any signs of physical damage. 2. Reseat components. Reseat the CPU, RAM, and all power connectors. 3. Minimal configuration. Boot the system with only the essential components: CPU, one stick of RAM, PSU, and motherboard. Remove all unnecessary components, drives, expansion cards, etc. 4. Component swapping. If possible, Swap out components with known working ones: CPU, RAM, PSU, motherboard. This is the most effective way to isolate the problem. Start with the components most likely to cause a 00 error: CPU, PSU, then motherboard. 5 CMOS reset * clear the CMOS memory. 6 BIOS flashback, if available attempt a BIOS flashback if your motherboard supports it. 7 professional help * if you've tried all of the above steps and are still unable to resolve the issue, consider seeking professional help from a computer repair technician. Code examples, relevant to understanding BIOS and post. While you can't directly code your way out of a hardware problem like error code 00, understanding the basics of BIOS and post can be helpful. Here's a simplified conceptual example in pseudocode. Explanation ****. This is a highly simplified representation. The actual post process is much more complex and involves many more checks and initializations. Error code 00 would likely occur within the initialize CPU, or initialize memory controller, functions, as it signifies a very early stage failure. The halt system function would essentially stop the system and display the error code. Real BIOS code is written in assembly language or C, and it interacts directly with the hardware. It is not something you would typically modify yourself unless you are a BIOS engineer. Key takeaways. Error code 00 is a serious issue indicating a fundamental startup failure. Systematic troubleshooting is essential. Component swapping is the most effective diagnostic method. Don't be afraid to seek professional help if you're stuck. By following this guide and carefully troubleshooting each potential cause, you can increase your chances of resolving error code 00 and getting your PC up and running again. Remember to consult your motherboard manual for the most specific information related to your hardware. Good luck.